Okay, so hello guys, and in this video we're going to be going through how to use the net volume indicator on IQ option. So the net volume indicator has for long proven that it's actually a correct strategy or method to use to trade for on IQ option. So it kind of gives two factors: the close factor that closes the previous trend, and the open factor that opens that current trend that is going to be happening. So now on our system, it's actually just an element or one of the indicators that are being used in our system. We have the net close and the net open. So we use the net close to close the current trend, and the net open to open the ongoing trend. So I'm going to be explaining to you how exactly these two indicators are used interchangeably to make sure that we enter perfect trades or perfect bids on IQ option. So let's go ahead. Now I have full screen a 9 grid figure, but I will be switching to 1 grid such that you can see how to use the strategy. So after explaining on 1 grid, I will be switching it back and distributing it. We shall save it as a strategy and also distribute it over the 9 grids, and we monitor even more coins or more assets. So let's go ahead and see how we can implement the net volumes, which is actually part of our system. So later on we shall be combining it with the rest of the system to do some good work. Okay, let me first switch to the one screen or one chart. This is our one chart. By the way, people who don't know how to switch through grids, we have 1 grid here, 2 charts. We have the vertical and the horizontal, then 3 charts, 4 charts, and more charts, which are more grids. So today I'm going to be first of all working in 1 grid to explain to you how this strategy works. Now I think to be clear, let me first remove the rest of the system such that we can just have it alone here. Yeah, exactly. This is one. No, this is our net volume. So we have net volume close and net volume open. Just like I said, or just like even the name suggests, the net volume closes the current trend, the net volume opens the current trend. So to go through that faster, you will realize that the net volume has 2 elements. It has the baseline, which is actually a straight line, and also we have the net volume itself, or the line that shows the volume per price or per moment in the market, the volume of the asset in the moment in the market. So this is the baseline. In my system here, I've given it almost the same color. So maybe what's going to be differentiating it will be the baseline is just a line, and then the net volume would be an oscillation to the above and below section to show us the right direction of the trend. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Probably to set up this thing. Let me first show you how to set it up. Let me first remove them, then put them back. So you kind of come here to indicators, click on indicators. You can give them from popular ones, but they are always in the volumes. They are actually part of the volumes. Point at volumes, hover over up here. We have net volumes. Click on net volumes. Then the net volume that comes, you can always choose the source that you want. We have close, open, high, low, H2s and H3, HL3s, and the rest. But we shall be using the net close first of all. As I told you, the baseline, I need it to be solid, so you have to put the thing here. I need to be almost the same color, and also I need to be a little bit thicker so that it can be seen very well. Then I apply finally. So you will find that you have the net volume close being applied. So let's also apply the net volume open. So as I said, go to volumes, go to net volumes. The source is actually, we added close previously, so now let's add net volume open. Then the color, as we said, we just want it to be in the same color, which is a deep blue. The blue color will work best. Then the thickness, we want it to be a little bit thicker so that you can see it very well and clear. Okay. okay. So this is what we have. These are our net volumes. So let us start analyzing and see. It's actually quite simple. Now, for example, at this point, as you're moving in the trend, the net volume close crossed to the upper section, as you can see here. Let me hope that you can see this. Yeah, we should add some lines to draw here. Vertical. I'll be drawing some lines for you to see. So it crossed from the down section, it crossed the baseline to the upper section. And what does that mean? If it's the net close, it means that it has closed the downtrend and now it has entered an uptrend. So it's a net volume close that closes an uptrend. When it crosses, if the net volume crosses to from the down section to the upper section, it means it has closed the downtrend and it's now entering the upper trend. And likewise, if it crosses from the uptrend to the downtrend, to the down part, crossing the baseline, it means it has closed the uptrend and now it's fading for a downtrend. So that's how the net volume close works. Let's go ahead and talk about the net volume open. It's actually the same thing, but we shall be having a combined interpretation how they work both. So net volume open, once it crosses to the upper section, it must find net volume close in the upper section for it to be a valid trend, a valid uptrend. To have a valid uptrend, you must wait for net open to open the trend. And when it crosses to the upper section, when it crosses the baseline to the upper section, and it finds net volume close already in the upper section, that is a valid uptrend. But and likewise, when it crosses to the down section and it finds the net volume close in the down section, just like here, it crosses at this point and finds the net volume close in the down section, it means that was a valid downtrend. Basically, that's it. Then, but if it crosses to the upper section, like here, you can see at this point we have the net volume open crossing to the upper section, and you have the net volume close crossing the down section. So they are kind of moving to the opposite direction. One is moving down section, another one moving to upper section. So that's an invalid trend. That's a false trend. Shouldn't enter that one. So as simple as that. Yeah, the net volume open must find the net volume close in that direction where it's going for it to validate a trend. If it's an uptrend, net volume open, when it crosses the uptrend, it must find the net volume close in the uptrend. So that's the first explanation. The next explanation is the probability of telling the next bar, which is done by the net volume close. So what the net volume close does, it tells you the nature of the next bar in the trend. For example, at this point, how it crosses to the upper section, it tells you that the next bar will be a green bar or an uptrend bar. So just like you can see, after it crosses at this bar, and you see in the next bar we have the trend or the power of the market, or the price of the market kind of starting to shoot up. And at this point, when it crosses the down section, you can see that it tells you also that the nature of the second candlestick would be down, just like here also going down, telling you that the nature of the next, it's crossed from this candlestick, telling you that the nature of the candlestick of the next candlestick will be down. So basically that's how we use the net volume. I'll be explaining more in the next videos. Just keep subscribed to the channel, like the video. You can also share to your friends. We shall be sharing knowledge on how to create the best trading strategy that makes only profits. So that's all, guys. I'll see you in the next tutorial.